But I really love the sound of this engine, the 1.2. Kicks out a lovely note. Powers through, and I've got the tires right in this car. I went for the Michelin's 215 by 60 on a 17, I think. So it's not a low profile tire. It's got plenty of air there, and it makes a difference on the handling, that's for sure. We're in the wet weather now, and you're able to just drive with gay abandon. Exceptional through the corners. This is where you pay your money. So the WRC heritage is really coming through. These are beautifully cambered corners. Caution, I'm just having fun. Don't tell me to have caution when I'm silly cars. I always think they know better. And this tight little bit, and it's all good. So who are the sort of people that are going to be buying this car? Well, a lot of people. This is a very popular segment, so it's going to be popular with housewives, single people, small families. It really does have you covered. It's got a good mix of style, panache, power and pedigree. It was interesting looking at the JD Powers. Its reliability has been one of the knocks on the French cars. I was checking the JD Powers rating for Peugeot, and they came out 18th out of 31 cars. So you're getting middle of the road reliability. But interesting enough, the 2008 model got the 2008 model. Let's check the turning circle. That's all on point. The 2008 model got above average reliability. I think it was 8 out of 30 odd vehicles. So they are trying to raise the game in that regard. This is one of the most beautiful roads in Cape Town, Monterey Drive. And I don't think the Peugeot would be that out of place in one of these houses. It's got real head turning ability. I'd say for cars under R500,000, this has got to be top 3 head turners. I find a lot of people checking this car out. They're interested in it. It's got slightly different styling. The interior looks like a rocket ship. You feel like you're on the Starship Enterprise in here. Loads of different color options. These kind of Mini Cooper S style buttons. It really is something different. In a space where a lot of cars are looking the same, this particular vehicle breaks the mold, ladies and gentlemen, which is good to see anything break in the mold. I'm not really a big fan of small turbocharged engines, so I'd like to see this in a 2-liter non-turbocharged version with all-wheel drive. So I think this would perform particularly well on gravel roads, and especially if you could get a version with the front end not quite as low. I know it looks cool, but for off-roading, that low front end, loads of clearance at the back, but the front end clearance is a wee bit lacking. It's a wee bit lacking, boy. So all in all, the pros of this car is class-leading styling, head-turning ability for not breaking your bank. I'd say the other top 3 head turners under $500,000, I'd say, is the Suzuki Jimny, especially when it first came out, and the MX-5 always turns heads, especially a red one, the Miata. But let's check the acceleration here. See, it does have to work quite hard with the 1.2, but you can get up to speed in no time whatsoever. Then when you come to the cornering, this is where this car makes its money. You can just lump it into the corners. those Michelin tires. They grip all day long. They haven't gone for Mickey Mouse tires. I'm tired of driving million-rand cars with crap tires. It happens every now and again. Low profile might look cool to some people, but it doesn't really help your handling that much. It makes you susceptible to sidewalls if you want to do any kind of gravel roading. And it's not as comfortable ride. You want a bit of air under you. I think unless you're driving a high-performance sports car, you shouldn't have a set of low profiles on the car. Well, that's my 2-cent rant on low-profile tires. So this is in a very tight market. You're up against the likes of the VW Tiguan, which is a very good offering. You could probably argue similar reliability status. Middle of the road, not class leading, but not the worst. Then you've got your Toyota, is it HRC, and the Honda HRV. I don't know why those two companies want to have such similar naming cars, but they are solid, class-leading reliability options. Not going to have the style and panache of this car. That's what you're buying this for. It really is a cool car. You can just light up at any second. So this comes in at 470,000 Rand. An equivalent 470,000 Rand you can get a sort of middle of the range RAV4 with the 2-liter front wheel drive, which is bigger car, more reliable, but power to weight ratio is not going to be so good with the RAV4 with only a 2-liter in there and a relatively big car. And I find that the CVT gearbox in the RAV4 was a bit high revving, so it's not ideal, you could say. All in all, one hell of a package. Easily gets an 8 out of 10 on the Africa Sideways standings. I think Peugeot really made a cool, practical car. Nice looking interior, got everything you need, and these cool buttons, aircraft style Spitfire buttons at the front. It's all very nicely laid out. Seats are all manually operated, which I like, less to go wrong. When this comes up to the driver's position, pretty good leg room in the back here. I'm just about 6 foot and there's still a couple of inches of space. Quite a nice place to be, the back of this car. I think for 2 kids it'd be perfect, but for 3 kids it might be a bit of a push. Really do like the styling here. You can choose what color trim you've got. Nice automatic stick. It's got the automatic handbrake, which I'm not a big fan of. I prefer the manual. That seems to be the way things cars are going these days. Good on the bumpy stuff. Come to the end of the road.